In Spiral 1, we talked about exponents and exponent laws, but this time we're going to talk about exponential relations. Now, we've talked about relations before. We've seen linear relations and quadratic relations. So exponential relations are different. So for the first part of this, I'm going to show you how you can tell the difference between a linear, a quadratic, or an exponential relation. So here I have three different equations: y equals 2x, y equals 2x squared, and y equals 2 to the exponent x. We're going to fill in the table of values for each, and then I'm going to explain how we can use the table of values to tell the difference between linear, quadratic, or exponential relations. So let's start with this equation, y equals 2x. To fill in the table of values, we need to plug in our x values. So when x is negative 2, y is 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4. When x is minus 1, y is 2 times minus 1, which is minus 2. When x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0. When x is 1, 2 times 1 is 2. When x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So now we have a complete table of values, and we can plot those points on the grid. And we see we have a straight line. Also, when we look at our table of values, we can calculate the first differences. So from negative 4 to negative 2, well, that's going up 2, so plus 2. From here to here, we're going up 2, plus 2. From here to here, it's plus 2. From here to here, it's plus 2. So the first differences are constant. That's how you can tell this is a linear relation. Well, let's look at a different relation now. Let's look at y equals 2x squared. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll fill in our table of values. So when x is minus 2, y is equal to 2 times minus 2 squared. Now don't get tricked here. Remember, when you have an exponent and the base is negative, your answer is going to be positive because this is negative 2 times negative 2, which is 4, then times 2, which is 8. When x is minus 1 squared is minus 1 times minus 1, which is positive 1, then times 2, that's 2. When x is 0, y is 2 times 0 squared. Well, 0 squared is 0 times 0, which is 0, times 2 is 0. When x is 1 squared is 1, times 2 is 2. When x is 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2 again is 8. We can plot those points on the grid, and we see a parabola. So from the shape of the graph, we can tell this is a quadratic relation, but also from the table of values, we can figure it out. And we've seen this before when we looked at quadratic relations. The first differences are not all the same, so we know this is not linear. So now we check the second differences. And they are all the same. So because the second differences are constant, we know this is a quadratic relation. So let's look at this last example here. Y equals 2 to the exponent x. Well, this is a little bit different. So when we fill in our table of values, x is minus 2. So y is equal to 2 to the exponent minus 2. And if you'll recall from Spiral 1, when we looked at exponent laws, 2 to the exponent negative 2 is the same as 1 over 2 to the exponent positive 2. Well, 1 over 2 times itself is 1 over 4, so y is 1 over 4. When x is minus 1, 2 to the exponent minus 1 is 1 over 2 to the exponent 1, which is just 1 over 2. When x is 0, 2 to the exponent 0 is, well, remember your exponent rules. Any base with an exponent of 0, your answer is 1. When x is 1, 2 to the exponent 1 is just 2. When x is 2, 2 to the exponent 2 is 4. So now we have this table of values, and we'll plot the points over here. And we can see, just by looking at the graph, this is not a line and this is not a parabola. So we wouldn't expect the first differences to be the same because it's not linear. The second differences aren't going to be the same because it's not quadratic. But if we look at the table of values and we look at, okay, what is the ratio between these successive y values? And by that I mean, what do you multiply this one by to get this one? Well, every time you're multiplying by 2. So your ratios are constant. And that's how you know this is an exponential relation. Here's an example. A large pendulum was set in motion. With each complete swing, the pendulum's maximum distance from its rest position decreased. A motion sensor was used to obtain the data after every 5 swings. So we've got this pendulum, it swings back and forth, and every swing it gets a little bit closer and closer and closer together to the rest position, which would be hanging in the middle. After 5 swings, you can see its maximum distance decreased and it kept decreasing. So the first part, we're going to make a scatter plot of the data. So you can create a scale on the y-axis and the x-axis, and you can plot your points. And you'll get it to look like this. And the next question, what type of relationship is this? Linear, quadratic, or exponential? Well, if I look at this scatter plot, it could be a line. It could be some kind of a curve, but I don't know what kind of a curve. So sometimes you can't just tell by looking at the graph because these points don't line up perfectly to anything that I saw on the previous page. So I need another way of knowing what type of relationship this is. And this is where we're going to use what I showed you about the table of values. I can find the first differences. They're not all the same, so I'm going to say this is not linear. Then I can find the second differences. Well, they don't look the same either, so I'm going to say this is not quadratic. So now I'm going to check the ratios. So to find the ratios, I can go 19.9 divided by 23.5. So that gives me the first one. 17 divided by 19.9. That gives me the second one. And I keep going and going, and I get these as my ratios. Now, they're not all perfectly the same, but they're pretty close. So because the ratios are a lot closer to being constant than the first and second differences, I'm going to say this is exponential. Okay, I have one more question for this. Is this relationship an example of exponential growth or exponential decay? So really, I'm just looking at what is the difference between these two words, growth and decay. Well, if we just look at the graph, it's a declining curve. The curve is decreasing over time, so we would say this is exponential decay. And we'll talk more about that in the next lesson.